Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. And just got done watching Shakur Stevenson's fight, and it was bad. It was really bad. And he won 12 rounds to nothing with a knockdown, so he won by 13 points. Uh, but Timothy Bradley made some great points, man. It's an entertainment business. And when you're in the entertainment business, you must entertain to sell tickets. And from a boxing purist standpoint, could you watch that again? I don't think so. You know what I mean? I truly don't think so. Yes, he won. I'm happy he won. Um, this ain't, oh man, it's over for Shakur Stevenson. But just tell the truth on what happened tonight. Um, he threw one straight line combination that was in the 10th round that I counted. You understand? And he said something in the post fight press conference that made me think that he's a pretty boy. You understand? I thought Shakur was a dog. You know what I mean? I thought he was the kind of fighter that bites down. And he said he got hit with some clean shots. The guy landed 28 punches the entire fight. And I'm not in the ring, so I can't object to his thoughts and his process. But what I saw on camera was he should have stepped inside of him. I thought Andre Ward was correct. He should have stepped inside of him. Now boxing purists is going to say Shakur Stevenson isn't tough enough. Because that guy, for real, guys, that guy is an amateur. On that level, he's an amateur, man. Pedraza, if Pedraza was 130 pounds, Pedraza would have stopped that guy. You understand? The card was kind of lackluster. It was underwhelming. I mean, it was like a D minus. You know, the card was terrible. I'm glad that they came out and supported Shakur, but that way he's gonna have to go to a smaller arena in his next fight. Um, Jamel Herring, Shakur Stevenson next. The odds just got closer on that. Shakur wants to be clean. I had football teammates who wanted to stay clean. They had spats. They wore white cleats. They got spatted up. They hated they always ran out of bounds. They always wanted to run out routes. They never wanted to run dig routes. If you guys know what dig routes is, you never wanted to run slants. They always wanted to be the motion receiver, so there's no hand to hand. So there's when you a motion receiver, it's got what they call the free release. And um, you understand what I'm saying? It's a man. You got to bite down. You got to entertain. And even if you're not landing the punches, Shakur, you got to do Sugar Ray Leonard, man. You got to shoot sign. You got to make the fans think that you're engaged. You know, there was one sequence in the fight where he circled the whole round, circled the whole ring, and I'm like, Shakur, what are you doing? You're so much better than this kid. Get out of position, plant your feet, and hit him with a jab. You understand? Hit him with a jab and let him know he's in for a fight. There was no pressure either way. That kid did what he wanted to do. Shakur Stevenson did what he wanted. They never hit the mesh point. They never met the mesh point in this fight, man. And it was blah, 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 blah. And if Shakur Stevenson in a big fight only wants to pop shot and throw one shot at a time at 22, 23 years old, what's the point of watching him at 30 years old? You understand? Because that brain memory is going to make you a little bit more fearful as you get older in terms of taking shots and being a crowd pleaser. So I'm challenging Shakur. Are you a pretty boy? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I didn't like that you was like pointing at your mouse. That's a part of boxing. You know what I mean? And this ain't no Debbie Downer. This ain't no video where I'm giving up on Shakur. It ain't none of that. But if you hit him, he gonna box for 12 rounds. And every last one of his opponents from this point forward will be more talented than that guy. You know what I'm saying? So, um, uh, it's a little bit more interesting. Jamel Herring is probably a little bit more optimistic, but they got rounds together at the B&B boxing gym and in Colorado. I'm sure they've sparred. That's why Shakur believes he's so much more confident. But guess what? Jamel Herring know he gonna wrestle you. Jamel Herring know he got 2 low blows to give. You understand? Before he gets a point taken away. Jamel Herring knows if he's falling off balance and he's falling to the canvas, make sure he takes you down with him because you like to stay clean. Jamel Herring know he got 2 elbows to the neck before he gets a point taken. You understand? That's that maturity. That's that manhood. That's that masculinity that Kwame Brown is talking about. Mama's cooking. Y'all can't see my hand, but you know what I mean? That's that masculinity, man. That's that 43-year-old man in me. You know what I mean? I don't change oil often, but I know how. And oh, this is not, I don't want to get dirty. You know what I mean? I don't cut grass much anymore, but I know how. If I have to on a Saturday morning cut grass because my landscaper is sick or out of town or he quits, I can go, go cut the grass. You understand what I'm saying? And in this point, he should have went to a high guard, smothered the guy, and see how he respond. Round 3, round 4, he should have smothered him. He should have walked in, slip, head movement, get around, see where he's at, put his elbows on that man's chest, and see how he responds. And if nothing's coming back, go to the body one time. Nothing comes back, go to the body the second time. Then he gonna brace for the body, short hook up top. You know what I mean? And anyways, at the end of the day, Shakur Stevenson, I give you a damn. I can't give you an F because you won. I give you a D minus. I give you a D minus. Shout out to Tim Bradley for keeping it 100 with the kid, man. You got to sell tickets, man. You want to be on pay-per-view, you got to do what it does to be on pay-per-view, man. You know what I mean? You got to do what it takes. It's not by accident. Tank Davis is on pay-per-view. You got to perform. You know what I mean? You don't go to a concert to hear a flat singer. You understand? Everyone wants to be entertained, man. And that's right. Anyways, man, barbershop conversation. Shakur Stevenson get in the gym. Jamel Herring is going to attempt to grown man you in the next fight. And I think it's a compelling fight. What is it? June, July, August, September, October. Hopefully we get that fight in October, late September, October, man. You know what I mean? Get these fighters, get acclimated to fighting 3 times a year, 2 and 3 times a year. So if Shakur Stevenson fights before December, that'll be 3 times in a 365-day cycle. So that's good for him. And Jamel Herring probably had him and Oscar Valdez in that division had the best performances this year, depending on what you like. I thought Jamel Herring was splendid against Carl Frampton. I thought Valdez was splendid against that guy. Yeah, man. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations. Shout out to Tim Bradley for keeping it 100 with the kid, man. I thought Tim Bradley, hey yo, Tim Bradley's be saying some wild off the shit, but you know what I mean? I like how he's raw. I like how he's, you know what I mean? Like, whether I agree or disagree with him, he gonna say it. You know what I mean? And I'll see him Tuesday. Maybe he'll interview with me. Maybe he won't. I have no idea. But I'll see him Tuesday at the press conference. I'll be at the press conference and expect an interview with Deontay Wilder coming soon. So anyways, I genuinely appreciate y'all for coming out. Shakur, at the end of the day, keep your head up. It's about getting better. I know I was very critical in this video. I've had bad days in my life. I've had good days in my life. But you got to make sure the great days outweigh the good days and the good days outweigh the bad days. Okay? That's life. That's manhood. That's masculinity. So go back, you know what I mean? And don't ever do don't ever do a press conference like that again about, man, I got hit with some clean shots and didn't want to. It makes you think like, hold up. And we looking at the skill set of that kid, like, you got hit with some clean shots against him and you knew. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you could have caught that right hand and peppered him. You know what I mean? Like, you could have, he is so at that level, you could have fainted that right hand out of him. You could have, especially in the early rounds when you're fresh. He never fought off the back foot the whole fight. Anyways, barbershop kind of keep your head up, Shakur. It ain't over, but it was a terrible performance because you got to sell tickets. And right now, Jamel Henry versus Shakur Stevenson got to be at that same hotel where they only sell 1,500 tickets. Just keeping it a buck. Jamel Henry's not a big ticket seller, and right now everyone's like, well, Shakur ain't that good. I want to see Teofimo Lopez. You know what I mean? Well, Shakur ain't that good. I want to see Devin Haney. Oh, Shakur ain't that good. I want to see Tank. So mindset, bite down, bite down, bite down, bite down. Uh, Barbershop conversations. Feel free hit the subscribe button. Shakur Stevenson reminded me of like Jim Jackson tonight from Ohio State. You know what I mean? Denver Mavericks for some odd reason. And he does remind me of my son as well. So anyways, barbershop conversations. Feel free hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.